also take the little time to make a small correction. We often use the expression Yesudas പാടി അനശ്വരമാക്കിയ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എസ് ജാനകി പാടി അനശ്വരമാക്കിയ എന്നൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പ്രയോഗിക്കാറുണ്ട്. I think that's absolute wrong. യേശുദാസ് പാടുന്നു. യേശുദാസ് is a great singer, no doubt. He can sing when somebody teaches him to sing. Yesudas learned the kritis of Tyagaraja Bhagavatar or Muthuswami Dikshitar. Who taught him those songs? Did he teach them himself? Did he teach them himself? No, there was a Masterji, there was a Guru who taught him. He learned it from them, and he uses his glorious voice to sing those songs. Similarly, all the film songs are made by great artists, like the music director, more than the music director, the lyricist. The work of those men who make a song immortal or otherwise. Yesudas or Janaki or Chitra or whoever is singing, or Lataji, whoever is singing, they are merely lending their voice along with a little bit of their own personal touches here and there. But the fact remains, it is the work of those creative people who have brought it out of nowhere, out of nothing. And don't forget the producers and the directors and the immense number of people who have worked behind the picturization, the actors and the light boys sitting on the top of the stairs and putting the light on. All these people have contributed to this amazing product called a film song. And we, like the whitewashing the whole thing and say, inne aalu paadi anachadamakiya paattu. Adakku verum mandathanamanu. Please never do that again. See, in the newspaper, they have to have some catch words. They will cook up something. It has nothing to do with realism. The reality is much more hard, such as sitting alone or sitting with the lyricist and trying to cook up something that will capture the heart and imagination of the people. So I beg your pardon for being so blunt on this point. Next point I would like to ask is to the government of India. But this is a wonderful occasion for me to talk. It is Bombay. This is the cultural cream of Kerala here in Bombay, Malayalis in Bombay. My question to the government is, you have created factories to make trains. You have created wonderful institutions to make atom bombs. You have created so many wonderful things like the LIC of India, etc., etc. Why have you not made an institution to create music directors? One-fifth of humanity is India. What is the government of India doing to create these talented people, to hone them to do better music, how to identify gifted children all over India and bring them to an institution and train them right from the beginning and bring them to the fore of music direction? We are lucky that out of nowhere, people like me, Ilayaraja or Salil Chaudhary, whoever, we just happen to be music directors willy-nilly. There is nobody told me, hey, you go and make a song. Nobody did. I am sure Ilayaraja was similarly. He was a poor man. He was a great, talented gentleman who came from some very small community on the shores of Bengal, as the Sea of Bengal, and he became an itinerant singer. He worked with the communists for their plays, and he came to Madras, and he literally slept on the floors of on the steps of shops until he got a chance to work with a music director in the Tamil movies, where he played the guitar and he excelled himself, and then out comes the composer in him. I'm just telling you an example of one music director's journey out from nowhere to everywhere. What would have been the case if Ilayaraja was given an opportunity to study properly Carnatic music or study abroad in a university, Western music, and so on and so forth. His creation would have been far, far superior than what he has. He's a great music director. I take my hats off to him. He has never made, and he has never repeated himself. He has done more than 500, 600 movies. I have only done 75 movies. Ilayaraja is really a Raja, there is no doubt about it. And an amazing orchestrator. He has not studied orchestration. He has had a smattering of something from someone called Dhanraj in Madras, or Mr. Prabhakar, or someone like Divakar, Master Divakar. He learned a few notation here and there, some chords and all. The rest is his work. He has gone abroad and listened to Mozart and Beethoven and things like that. So my question is to the government of India. When will you redeem this 1/5 of humanity from this very murky atmosphere into a bright new day by bringing young talents to become music directors? Will you join me in that? If you do, then applaud me. Thank you. The next question or next point I would like to present to you is a very heart-rending problem which we are facing. Today, there's a great dishonesty going on in the field of popular music. I repeat, great dishonesty is going on in the popular music field of India. What am I referring to? Can anybody say anything? Yes? What is the plagiarism? Are you referring to plagiarism? Yeah, that's one of the small areas of it. There is a conscious effort to cheat you, listeners. When you have immense, large live orchestra on the stage, let's say, I am not going to mince words. Let's say A.R. Rahman is having a glorious program on the stage with a 100-piece orchestra and so on and so forth. Have you ever conceived that it could be a big hoax? Yes. Most of the music is played on those occasions are played, already recorded in studio, and they are just play acting on the stage. I'm not putting anybody down, these are facts. Nobody can, for example, A.R. Rahman's music is so complex because he uses 120 tracks on the tape recorder. How can you reproduce 120 different layers of music on a stage with 100 musicians? You cannot. If you watch carefully, many people have already found that out. For example, once, one of the shows I happened to watch on the TV was, I don't remember which one, maybe after Dil Se or something, I saw a great drummer, Shivamani, running around with his headgear and taking the sticks of drum and throwing it out. He is a great drummer, no doubt. But as the song was going on, he missed to catch the stick and it fell down, and yet the drumming was going on. Probably the majority of the viewers couldn't follow it, in the colorfulness and in the flashes and all kinds of gimmicks they do. But people like us who are watching what is happening can easily make out it is absolute dishonesty going on the stage. I'm not particularly picking up A.R. Rahman for this. Everywhere, most of our TV programs which you see at home and they are all pre-recorded, and those musicians are simply play acting. They are called, for example, the Lalism of Kerala. That day when poor Mohanlal made a boo-boo, when he started singing in the wrong place. I wouldn't blame him. But those guys who compelled him to do that, the collusion of the government authorities and the ordinary musicians of Cochin, for example. Many of my friends went along with, first of all, for the recording of these songs in a studio. They were paid handsomely for that. Then they were called again to come and sit on the stage only to pretend that they are playing. And that's what many people made out when Lal made a big mistake that it was not authentic and the cat was out of the bag. So this is now is going on as if this is, oh, that's nothing, a little bit of not a little bit of a mistake, the wholesale mistake, a conscious mistake. You are totally hoodwinked by the so-called, എന്താ പറയുക, സംസ്കാര നായകന്മാരോ സംസ്കാര സേനാനികളോ ആരൊക്കെ എന്തൊക്കെയോ ചെയ്തു കൂട്ടുന്നു. നിങ്ങൾ പാവങ്ങളിരുന്ന് കണ്ണും മിഴിച്ച് കണ്ണും എന്താ പറയുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. കയ്യടിയോട് കയ്യടി. മലയാള മനോരമ പൊക്കി പറയുന്നു, മഴവിൽ മനോരമ പൊക്കി പറയുന്നു, ഏഷ്യാനെറ്റ് അതാണ് ഇതാണെന്ന് പറയുന്നു. അതിൻ്റെ ഇടയിൽ കൂടി കുറേ ആളുകൾ സ്റ്റേജിൽ കയറി വന്നിട്ട്, എടാ നിൻ്റെ അത്തിങ് ശരിയായില്ല കേട്ടോ, അവിടെ യേശുദാസ് പാടിയും യേശുദാസ് 40 വർഷം പാടുന്ന യേശുദാസുമായിട്ട് ഇത്തിരിക്കില്ലാത്ത കൊച്ചിനെ എങ്ങനെ കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുക, നീ അത് ചെയ്ത് ശരിയായില്ല. അപ്പം ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരുപാട് മണ്ടത്തരങ്ങൾ അവതരിപ്പിക്കുന്ന ഒരു നാടായി മാറിയിരിക്കാൻ കേരള, പ്രത്യേകിച്ചും സംഗീതത്തെപ്പറ്റി. ആരെങ്കിലും ഇത് തുറന്ന് പറഞ്ഞില്ലെങ്കിൽ വി ആർ ഡിഗിങ് അവർ കൾച്ചറൽ ഗ്രേവ്. I think all of you should react to this positively in a very strong fashion by boycotting all these junk programs, where people are brought in, where കൊച്ചു പാടുന്നു, അപ്പോൾ കൊച്ചിൻ്റെ അമ്മയും അപ്പനെയും കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നു, അവരെ കാണിക്കുന്നു, അമ്മയും അവിടെ ഇരുന്ന് കരയുന്നു, അത് കാണിക്കുന്നു. ഇതൊക്കെ എന്തിനാ? ഞാൻ ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ 8ാമത്തെ വയസ്സ് മുതൽ സ്റ്റേജിൽ പാടാൻ തുടങ്ങിയപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ അമ്മയും അമ്മയൊന്നും ആ പ്രദേശത്തേക്ക് വന്നില്ല. അപ്പോൾ എന്നെ കൊണ്ടുവരെ എൻ്റെ അമ്മൂമ്മ വരാഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടുള്ള വിഷമമല്ല ഞാനീ പറയുന്നത്. ബട്ട് ദിസ് ഈസ് ഓൾ ഡൺ കോൺഷ്യസ്ലി ടു ചീറ്റ് യു, ടു ബ്രിങ് യുവർ സിമ്പത്തി ടു ദ റോങ് പേഴ്സൺ. And many people will tell you that when you are called to be the judge of a program, ഒരുപാട് പാട്ടുകാർ വരുന്നു, അതിലൊരു കുട്ടിയെ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യണം. ഈ ജഡ്ജസ് വരുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസർ വന്നിട്ട് പറയും, ആ കൊച്ചിനെ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ മതിയിട്ട് വേറെ ആരും വേണ്ട. ഐ വിറ്റ്നസസ് ആർ റൈറ്റ് ഹിയർ. ഇതൊക്കെ കേട്ടിട്ടുള്ള ആളുകൾ ഈ സ്റ്റേജിൽ ഇപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ട്. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, try to do something to stop this dishonesty in music. Otherwise, India will not be what it was and what it is still, thank God, is still surviving. Culturally, we will be bankrupt, not by the fault of anybody, by our own fault. I do not want to end on a sad note, but I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your good-hearted support. Thank you very much.